Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. I bid to my supervisor, Dr. Zainab binti Abdul Rahman, and the two panels, Dr. Rosliza binti Abdul Aziz and Dr. Faiza binti Jaafar. So, the title of my research is Factors Affecting the Pronunciation of English Words Among Year 5 Pupils in a School in Kuala Nerus. Next, the background of the study. Since I am conducting a research about pronunciations, what are the importance of having a good pronunciation? Number 1 is to present confidently. Number 2, to persuade others. Number 3, to have an effective communication. Number 4, to secure a place during job applications. Malaysian students generally have problems in pronouncing the English words. This statement is stated by Shah, Chang and Stephen 2016, and they found out that Malaysian students face difficulty in pronouncing the fricative consonants. Apart from that, standard-based English language primary school curriculum stated that at the end of the children's primary education, which is year 6, they should be able to communicate with peers and adult confidently and appropriately in formal and informal situations. So, as we can see in the curriculum standards, pronunciation is not the focus of the speaking and listening skill. That is why Malaysian pupils in Malaysia have a pronunciation problem and have a poor communicating skill. It is because pronunciation is not really focused in our education system. And the next statement of problem. According to Malaysian Employers Federation (MEF), in 2016 only, there are about 200,000 graduates who are unemployed, and the number keep rising from year to year. The Recruiter 2017. It is because they got rejected by the employers during the employment interview because of their lack of communication skills and experience. Like I said before, communication skills and a good pronunciation is very important for you to secure a place in the job applications. Also, pupils in Terengganu are very excellent in the English examination, but not in communicating using the English language. This statement is stated by Awe Goneng, and rarely use English in their conversation. The only time that they use English was during the teaching and learning process, which is in the classroom. Okay, what is the purpose of the study? The purpose of the study is to investigate the factors affecting the pronunciation of the English words among Year 5 pupils in a school in Kuala Nerus. And then, the research objective is to identify the factors affecting pronunciation of English words among Year 5 pupils in a school in Kuala Nerus. Next, the research questions. What are the factors that affect the pronunciation of English words among Year 5 pupils in a school in Kuala Nerus? Okay, next we move to the significance of the research. There are 3 significance of the research. Number 1 is to have the teachers, administrators, and the parents to acknowledge the factors that affect the pronunciation of the English words made by the pupils. So, from the finding of this research, they will know what are the factors that affect the pronunciation of the English words among the pupils. So after that, they can give this research give an insight to the teachers to plan strategies to help their pupils in correcting their pronunciation problem. And then after that, this research also it also tend to help the pupils to have a better communication skill. After the pupils had followed the strategies and plans by their teachers, they will have a better communication skill afterwards. And the next is the related past research. Number 1, teaching pronunciation in Malaysian education system had become less important. This is a research. This is the factor that affecting the pronunciation of the pupils that had been carried out by Kamalashni and Stephanie 2011. Pronunciation problem in English language among Sudanese students. This is the research that had been conducted by El Khair 2014, and the sample had problem in pronouncing the English sound, which did not exist in Sudanese spoken Arabic. As we can conclude that different sound system had become the factors that affect the pronunciation problem between the Sudanese students in Al-Khair research. And then anxiety, lack of motivation, and poor self-esteem. Pupils were afraid to express their ideas in front of their classmates due to fear of making mistake. A study that had been carried out by Mohammed 2030. English teachers were not well trained. Teachers used the loud language when teaching English. A study that had been carried out by Soria Wongsa in the location which is in Laos. The teacher used a loud language when teaching English, which means that the teachers are not well trained. Is the factors that affect the pronunciation of English word among pupils. And then last one, had difficulty in mastering the rules of English language or grammar, and less exposure to the English language. These two factors are the factors affecting the pronunciation that had been conducted by Maria 2017. Okay, next is the research design. So research design for this study is qualitative study, and the two instruments used are interview and observations. Okay, next. Population and sample. Population is the big group of people. So the population for my research is year 5 pupils in a school in Kuala Nerus, and then the sample is the selected pupils from the population, which I had selected 4 participants using the purposive sampling technique, which the selected pupil must meet the characteristic that I need to answer the objective question. So here is the illustration of the population and sample. The big group of people is the population, and the selected people in the magnifier glasses is the sample. And then the instrument used for the data collection for the interview, I had semi-structured interview, which is I am allowed to modify the interview protocol, which is the interview questions, and there are 7 questions based on the research objective that I have prepared. And then for the observation checklist, test on the participant pronunciation of a test that are given to them during the interview session. And then next, research procedure. There are 10 research procedure. Number one is identifying issue. This issue I choose during my previous practicum, which from my observation I can see that pupils in my school are very poor at pronouncing the English words. So I think I would like to conduct a research to investigate the factors that affecting the pronunciation problem among them. And then number 2, choose the target population and sample, identifying research instrument, which are interview and observation. And then number 4, preparing interview protocol. And then number 5, getting permission from their parents. I have delivered the form to get their parents' permission. And then number 6, conducting interview protocol. Number 7, recording the interview session to be transcribed. And then from the transcript, I analyze the data, and then lastly, writing the report. And then for data collection procedure, number 1 is prepare the interview protocol. Number 2, conducting semi-structure in the interview and filling in the observation checklist, and then recording and transcribing the interview. Next, for the data analysis procedure for interview, number 1, transcribe the audio recording, and then after transcribing the audio, I read the transcript and to get familiarized with it, and then to search for the keywords for the coding process, and then after the coding, categorize it under a few themes, and then the themes will be write on the data in the data analysis. And then for the observation, The first one is analyze the checklist. Number 2 is interpret the data. And then number 3 is writing the analysis. Okay, next, conceptual framework is derived from the past research, the factors that affecting the pronunciation of the pupils in the past research that had been carried by the previous researchers. Okay, the number 1 is Malaysian education system, different sound system, untrained teacher, anxiety, lack of motivation and poor self-esteem, age, less exposure to the English language. Okay, next is the data findings. So there are 5 factors that I found in the analysis of the data, which is number 1, attitude towards English language. Number 2, exposure to English language. Number 3, English orthography. Number 4, different in sound system, which are Malay and English languages. Number 5 is sight words. Okay, for the discussion, all participants were not interested in speaking English language with their family and friends. They prefer Malay over English, and they tend to make own self-assessment, which they say that I am weak at English. So here we can see that they are not interested in using English in their daily life or in their daily activity. And then number 2, all participants did not attend tuition classes. Exposure to the target language solely depends on the inside classroom learning. From this finding, it shows that exposure to the English language has become one of the factors affecting the pronunciation. Number 3, participants made an error in pronouncing the word knife. They pronounced it as knife. So the English orthography had become the factors of the problems in pronouncing the English words. So the fourth finding show that all participants could not pronounce the word curious. All participants pronounced the word curious as curious and curious. So the difference in sound system has become the factor that affect their pronunciation. And last but not least, participant 2 and 4 who could pronounce the word knife correctly. Meanwhile, for the word Wednesday, there were none of them that could pronounce the words correctly. From the fifth finding, we can say that sight word has also become one of the factors that affect the pronunciation. So the word knife is a sight word to the participant 2 and 4 because they didn't apply the spelling rule in pronouncing the word knife. Okay, next is conclusion. All the findings in the data analysis were the factors affecting the pronunciation of English words among Year 5 pupils in a school in Kuala Nerus. Participant has less exposure to the English language. It can be proved according to the Cambridge University Press 2018, pupils who engage in a significant amount of additional on-guide or outside classroom learning could progress faster, especially with the pronunciation. Participants have less interest towards English language. According to Leif and Wenger 1991, who proposed the term of situated learning, state that learning takes place from the real life activity. Okay, as for the recommendation and suggestion, they are made from the limitation of this study, which fall under 3 aspects, which are sample, location, and instrument. As for the sample should be selected from the eldest year in the primary school, which is Year 6. It is because they can provide researcher better information compared to the Year 5 pupils. And for the location, the researcher should vary the location, should not limit only to one school, so that they can compare the factors from each locations. And then for the instruments, they should avoid conducting interview session online. It is because there are many distractions when having the interview session online, such as noise, and they might get help from the family members to answer the interview question that will affect the findings. And then as for the implication, the 3 stakeholders, which are administrator, teachers, and parents, should acknowledge the factors that affect the pronunciation of English words among pupils. So the effort that they can do is for the administrator, they can create English garden, English mini library, and speaking corner. For the teacher, they can show videos of the native speaking and many more. And for the parents, they should create English-friendly atmosphere at home, and if possible, register the children to the tuition classes. Okay, that is all from me. Thank you.